Hi, my name is Jamie. I'm 29 years old with two little girls, Faith and Ariana. Faith is 20, she's not 20, she's 5, and Ariana is 3. I'm studying full time to be a nurse. I just started this year. And in addition to all of that, I am married and I serve on my church council full time as the communication chairperson, so I'm very busy. I've started this video blog in the hopes of, sharing with other people the craziness of my life. I don't know why. And anyway, this is moi. So for my first video blog, I thought I'd share the adventures of the past week. Oops, hold on. There seems to be an adventure in the house. 1 second. Where are you going? Oh, you are? Really? Get in here. Come on.
Ponle la cosa esa.
¿Qué?
Ponle eso. ¿Qué pasa esta?
No sé. Perdona. Okay. As you might notice, I speak Spanish, or some. I live in Puerto Rico, and I have been here for almost 7 years, so I've picked up a little bit. My mother-in-law and her mother do not speak English, so I have to speak to them in Spanish. And in addition to that, there's Arlene. She is my mother-in-law's sister. So anyway, back to the story. This week we have our fundamentals professor, and we've had a lot of problems with him because since we started the class, he hasn't really known what he was doing. I have a feeling they kind of threw him in there. So the first 3 classes we did, there was no syllabus, there was no plan, there was no idea where to begin in the book. I mean, in his defense, a lot of people were coming from different levels, but, he started out with no plan, basically. He didn't really know what he was supposed to be teaching, which, to me says that that's not really his fault, Apparently he wasn't very well prepared. Nobody really told him where he was supposed to be in the book, what he was supposed to be teaching. But, it's a learning process. So the first 3 classes, there was no class. I mean, we had class, but he had no idea what he was teaching. And then the 4th class was a movie. The 5th class was a movie. The 6th class was a tirade because while he's very smart, he does not give instructions very well. And the entire class was left confused over what exactly he wanted. And he changes his plans, what he wants. He changes his mind repeatedly. So then you have like an entire classroom not sure what's going on. At this point, after the tirade, a lot of people were really upset because, we're not really being taught from him. What we've learned from that class has been from a video, and then, to come to class and be treated like you're stupid because you don't know what he wants because he keeps changing his mind. Everybody was really upset. So we all went and, discussed privately together everybody's thoughts and feelings on the matter, and we decided that it was best to go to the nursing department and, file a complaint about what's going on, that maybe they could help us fix it. The class after that, he had found out that everybody was complaining, and he was even more upset. In this class, it was a 1-hour tirade where he had just finished giving us, he had told us in the beginning that there would be like 2 exams and there would be hardly any homework or whatever. He had just finished giving us 6 essays to do in 1 week. 6 essays in 1 week. Like, that was our only class. So everybody was kind of upset already, And then we had no idea what he wanted, so we were all confused, and he was getting irritated that we were asking questions and he didn't want to answer them. So then he comes into that class upset because he found out that people were complaining. And he decides right after, this is the day that everybody turns in their 6 different, essays. So everybody's tired, everybody's exhausted. I for one, had just spent like 4 hours finishing a 5-page essay that he had asked for, on top of all of the others. So everybody's tired, everybody's frustrated. And he comes in upset, and he basically spends an hour like dumping on us. He's very upset. And he gives us like 1 day notice for an exam on a chapter that's over 40 pages long, that we haven't covered at all in class, that nobody has read. So everybody has about 1 hour, not 1 hour, 1 day to read this 40 page plus chapter and study for an exam that we just found out about. Then everybody's really upset, and the class is split into 2 groups of, the group that says, let's not say anything, he's clearly just getting upset and he's going to punish us, and let's not say anything else, because if we do, we're just going to make it worse for ourselves. And then there's the other side of the class that's like, you know what, this is not right. This kind of feels like bullying, like we're just trying to get our education, we're just trying to, get what we've paid for. So we decide to go and write a formal complaint, and this time, since taking it to the department did not help, we decided to go ahead and write a letter to the dean, and try that effort. We got about 15 signatures. I may be a little bit more, a little bit less, but we got about 15 signatures to this, that we wrote down everything that had happened, how it had been going on, and how when we asked for help he didn't want to give us help and everything. So we take it to the dean. The dean is really impressed that so many people have got together to say that this is a problem, and that will help them be able to solve it for us. Now here's the cool thing. We turned that paper in, I want to say about 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, and our class with this professor was at 6. By the time that class had rolled around, they had already talked with him. I guess they had called him in early, and they had a meeting with him and discussed everything, and I don't know what went on in the meeting, but by the time he got to that class, he was like somebody completely different. He came in, I think he came in a little irritated, to be honest with you. But he gave everybody their exam. First he said 5 minutes. 5 minutes turned into, 30 minutes, 45 minutes for everybody to finish their exam. A lot of people didn't get to study much. I, for one, I'm sorry, but I'm too busy. I cannot have one class be my everything. I just can't, I have night classes. I have, Wednesdays. I spend my entire day at college, and when I am home, I have to be careful of how much time I spend studying versus taking care of my daughters, because, they don't see me at night, and 2 days out of the week, they don't see me at all. I take them to school, and that's all that they see me. So, I have to be careful and wise with my time management and everything. So, I, for one, did not hardly get to study. I did most of my studying yesterday, the day of the exam, and to be 100% honest with you, it was kind of just scanning over, because, while I did have like a few hours of free time in between my classes, I had to spend that doing extra homework he had assigned in addition to studying for the exam. Yeah, so it's a lot of work. It was crazy. So anyway, we all do the exam. I did the best that I could. I would say, 80% I was sure that I got right, which is pretty good for not hardly having studied at all. Anyway, this is a long video. I'm sorry. But anyway, we all did the exam, and after everybody had turned in the exam, he asked if we believed in second chances. Yeah, we believe in second chances. And so he said, basically, you know, here, I'm going to hold these exams over your head. And you just remember that, you know, I'm forgiving you, you're forgiving me, we're going to move on, we're going to, you know, work at this together, you know, I'll forgive you if you forgive me kind of thing, you know. So he took in the exams, and he passed out the same exact exam and told us that we could take it home to do on our own with our book, with whatever help we needed, so that we could get good grades. He made everybody very happy. He did assign several assignments, but he was very clear this time about what he wanted, how he wanted it to be, when he wanted it. So I perceive that it's going to get better. I hope anyway. That's about it. That's been the craziness from this week, and that ended last night, so thought I'd do the video today. Today I basically, for the last, I want to say like 4 or 5 nights, I got like 3 hours of sleep. I think about 5 nights, at max 3 hours of sleep. So last night I think I went to sleep around midnight, and I slept until 1 o'clock today. I'm not even kidding. I was really tired, and it's good. It's good that I did get some sleep. I didn't get much accomplished today. I've been working on the church website, trying to get that taken care of, because, you know, with class studies getting so intense like that, where, you know, just one class has a bunch of homework, you know, it makes time to do anything with the church very hard. So I've been thinking, I don't really believe next year I'll be able to continue doing the church council communications chairperson thing. It's only going to get worse and more complicated and more work and all that, so I don't think I'm going to be able to. But I did volunteer for this year, and, you know, I'm going to finish it if I can. Anyway, that's about it. I think that's about it. I'm gonna go because it's now 4:16 and I have to start getting ready for my class tonight at 6. I have my nursing practice class and another exam. Fun. Yeah. Who wants to do that for me? Anybody? Probably not. I don't even really want to do it, but the nursing practice is kind of my favorite class, so I don't really mind. Anyway, I'm gonna go, and it's been nice talking to you.